Hello ladies and gentlemen, this boy Sam from Arnold Training here, and today we'll be looking at Hcmc. I know a lot of you have asked for this sort of video and I thought I'd give it to you. Now, I know this is very law heavy and I'm in no way, shape or form a lawyer or a financial advisor. So, always do your own due diligence before actually entering into this stock. Like, I can only scout it for you, but I can't fight it for you, right? So, only paying money which you can afford to lose. With that being said, today we're going to be looking at the lawsuit between Philip Morris and Hcmc. We're going to be looking at Hcmc's actual business model, because I think that's important to see whether they're actually a good long-term play. Now, I don't think many people have done this because it's very, no one's really gone much in depth with it from what I've seen. But I thought I would because I've studied business management, so I thought it'd be good to give my insight on it. And also as well, we're going to be looking at the graphical analysis of Hcmc. So with that being said, if you haven't already, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. It really helps the channel out. And we're now on the road to 2,000 subscribers. I can't believe I'm saying that, but honestly, I can't thank you enough for the recent support on this channel. It's absolutely incredible. I'm mind blown, honestly. But with that being said, let's go on with the video. Okay, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video, because I'm sure a lot of you are mostly here, right, for the lawsuit settlement, right? So we're going to get straight into it. I'm not going to make you wait. We're going to get right into it, right? So pretty much my take on this whole lawsuit settlement thing. So recently, they filed a joint motion to stay pending resolution. And that is because they are trying to reach an agreement, a settlement, or they just don't want to output money, which, I could understand, especially in Hcmc's position currently, because they don't really have much money to spend, let's be honest, compared to Philip Morris. So, I think this is a great sort of standpoint before they go to court, just to say, look, let's hold off, let's wait it out, and let's go on. But let's look at the history behind what we've seen. So on, was it February 25th, Philip Morris filed this motion of dismissal. And this is all, this is normal practice. They don't want to go to court, so they did a motion to dismiss, right? So what we saw Hcmc respond on the 9th, saying the joint motion for extension of time to file a response. So they wanted to wait a bit longer to, really get their thoughts together, right? And this was granted. And then what we've sort of seen is response in opposition, motion to dismiss, failure to state a claim. And this is on March the 22nd. And now we come to this point where we're now at a joint motion to stay pending resolution. And what I think could be happening, right, with this is that Hcmc and Philip Morris are definitely in talks right now. And they're trying to reach an agreement, in my opinion. This is all my opinion. But the fact that they have both agreed to not output money and stuff, it means that they are actually talking behind the scenes to try and sort this out. And it's going to be very interesting to see what actually happens within this lawsuit. Now, I can see one of two things happening, right? So I can either see Philip Morris giving Hcmc a payout and just be like, look, sorry, our bad, just stick to yourself sort of thing. Or I can see Philip Morris actually buying Hcmc or buying a large amount of shares within the company so they can become the majority shareholder and essentially make the business decisions within Hcmc so they can sort of put this all to the side. But even if they do that, that is going to really increase our share price as retail investors, right? Because we invest at this at a ridiculously low price, and the fact that this massive giant in the industry is coming into this, it's only going to increase the value of Hcmc personally, and that's only obviously if this happens. Now, that is my take on all of this lawsuit business, and like I said, I am not any way, shape or form anywhere in the law industry, but this is me trying to learn and, give any of my knowledge that I can pick up from this to all of you. So, yeah, we're now going to get on to the business strategy of Hcmc. Now, you may be wondering, what are my current thoughts about Hcmc as a business, as a company, right? And I'm going to give you a quick company overview, and then I'm going to state what I think and, where I can see Hcmc going in the future, more as a long-term investment, right? So, Healthier Choices Management Corp is a US-based, publicly traded company specializing in providing consumers with healthier alternatives in everyday lifestyle choices. Hcmc owns an intellectual property suit comprised of patents issued in both the United States and Canada. These patents have a primary focus on safer vaping technology, as well as synthetic and imitation nicotine compositions, processes, and methods of manufacture. Hcmc continues to innovate and hopes to expand this suit in the future. Most recently, the company formed a wholly owned subsidiary, Hcmc Intellectual Property Holdings, LLC, to hold and market its intellectual property assets. This subsidiary will own all the patents, trademarks, and other intellectual property of Hcmc and will be utilized in the company's attempt to monetize its intellectual property. So what that means is they have basically made another company to like hold all of these intellectual properties. That's what that means. So the intellectual property is owned by a different asset, but they're connected assets, if that makes sense. So under its other wholly owned subsidiaries, Healthier Choice Markets and Healthier Choices Markets 2, Hcmc owns ADA's Natural Market, a full-service grocery store serving the Fort Myers, Florida, and whatever that is. So they own a lot of different sort of stores as well. So they've been able to expand their company from just a vape store to actually now expanding into groceries, which is like really good. It's a great industry to get into, and there is a lot of demand because obviously everyone needs to eat at some point. You know, we all need to eat. We're all eating here, so you know it's definitely something that is a great market to get involved in. And they also do vitamins and supplements as well, which is also a very prominent market to be involved in. Healthier Choices extended past just healthy eating. With that, Healthier Choices Management Corp, through its 8 owned vape stores across the Southeast United States, offers smokers an alternative to traditional cigarettes. Now, I'm not going to go too much in depth with this because you all could just get this information anyway, but I'm going to give you all my insight into where I think HCMC is going. Now, the fact that HCMC has so many patents pending right now, and let's go to the intellectual property. So this is what the Philip Morris lawsuit is about, right? The Q Cup, the brand vape material containers, right? This is what this whole lawsuit is over. And this is a patent which they own. So they got the intellectual property for this Q Cup, which is exactly what's going on with this lawsuit right now. However, if you look down here, this is all the patents that are being filed and all of the ones that are currently pending right now. And you see, they are really trying to expand their portfolio by having all of these intellectual properties at the ready. So, you know, when a few more of these get granted, like honestly, HCMC will actually go up in value, in my opinion, because the fact that they will own these intellectual properties and, you know, that there will be a demand for it because the vaping market is always a very prominent sort of market to be involved in because, you know, there's still a lot of smokers. It's a healthy alternative to smokers as well. So, you know, as we all get more health conscious, this is only going to go up in value, in my opinion. And, you know, as a stock in general, it is very, very strong. Now, I wanted to go over some of the other stuff that they mentioned as well. So right now, they have actually increased their sales in the grocery sector of like the company. Although they haven't sold as many smoking alternative items as we would have liked, like I don't think they went up at all. I think their 2020 financial report was actually quite underwhelming from what a lot of us thought. However, what I would say is that HCMC as a whole, it has a lot of potential. There are a lot of sort of fundamental factors which could play in part into this company's success. One of which is this grocery. If they can really, really excel this grocery sort of thing that they have going on, it can really expand the company. And also as well, there was recent news now here, right, which is something which I mentioned before within NAKD when I was talking about that, right? So the fact that they are trying to go towards e-commerce and be able to sell their products online is an amazing step forward for HCMC. Now let's quickly go on to this. So Healthier Choice Management Corp announces relaunching of its vitamins and supplements online store, thevitaminstore.com. Now, the fact that they own like a website, right, and people will be able to order from all around the US and Canada, is going to really increase the value of HCMC. I'm not actually sure I'm not sure if they sell to the UK and stuff. Hold on, let me just try and buy something here. May as well, right? Okay, get some vitamins in me. So if we go view cart, right, Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it will let me. Wait, if I go to check it out, hopefully my information isn't saved. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, so United Kingdom, so they do sell and it will calculate the shipping at the next step. So they are able to ship worldwide, which is going to really increase the company portfolio, increase their assets. And honestly, I think HCMC actually as a long-term investment is not bad. And I know you're all probably looking at me like, what the hell am I on about? But honestly, I like the way they're going with this. And if they can if they can somehow make groceries into e-commerce, there's a big market for that, trust me when I say that. So all in all, HCMC right now is actually looking like a pretty good buy as a long-term investment, not just for the lawsuit. So, this is all my opinion, and obviously take what I say with a pinch of salt. But, as a business management student, I can give a pretty good overview of the company as a whole, right? So, although their financial report for 2020 was underwhelming, I think a lot of companies were, especially if they're relying on going into stores just because of the current climate we're in, because people aren't going into stores, they're doing all their shopping online. So, the sooner that they can start digitizing their their company, the faster they're going to start growing, in my opinion. So, it's been pretty rough, right, for HCMC within like the whole stock price, right? And I think that this is due to there's so many outstanding shares, and obviously the dilution of the shares within the stock. There are so many shares on the market that is always going to decrease the price. However, what I would say is that HCMC right now, although it's in a bearish action, I'm not sure how much lower it can actually drop, in honesty. Like, what we're waiting for is a catalyst. As soon as HCMC has another catalyst for people to come back into this stock, get some hype around it, it's going to really influence the price of HCMC. Now, can I quickly find the recent sell action? I don't think I can. Normally within Moomoo, what you can do is you can get like the buy and sell thing, but I think that's only if it's NASDAQ compliant. Wait, actually, hold on. Is it? Oh, it could be here. Hold on. Yeah, okay, so here we go. So I'll put this up on the screen somewhere. So the active buying power was 1.22 billion, which is insane. And the sell action was 2.12 billion. So there are a heck of a lot of shares being like trading hands at the moment within the stock. There's a massive amount of volume. But unfortunately, we're seeing a lot more selling action than we are buying action, and that is what's influencing the price right now. Now, I don't know why we're seeing a lot of selling action, but I reckon some people just losing faith in this whole lawsuit thing, and I can understand it because they are trying to take on a giant, right? But I think that they definitely have a case there. Like there's like serious patent infringement, like within like the sort of differences between the products, right? So I can understand why people are selling, but at the same time, like I've got a position in HCMC, and I'm going to hold it until I at least see until I see this lawsuit go through, really, or know what's happening with this lawsuit. Although it could really tank the price if the lawsuit doesn't come through, I think HCMC as a whole is a good investment because, one, they are trying to digitize as a business, right? Secondly, they are really, like, if this lawsuit comes in, this price is going to, like, bang in price. Like, we could honestly see it, like, skyrocket, which would be amazing. Like, not obviously, like, I don't think it'll hit $1. Like, don't hate me for that, but I don't think it's going to hit $1. But I can see it hitting maybe 20 cents, right? I said in the last video, 20 to 50 cents, which I can still see that happening. But it's going to take a lot of, well, they're going to have to do a share buyback to get there, right? But if they get enough money, I can see that happening, and the price of the valuation of the company will go up in turn as well with that. So with that being said, that is my analysis of HCMC, and I hope you've all enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. It really helps the channel out, and I can't thank you all enough for the re-support on this channel. It's been absolutely amazing, and you all are honestly goated, and I can't thank you all enough. This has been your boy Sam from Train. See you next video on the channel. Take care, everyone.